Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo, May 27, 2022. The astrological part of fortune is found in your house 1 in addition to the planet Mars. This will bring you a very active and emotionally effusive personality that will be well received by other people who will consider you in high esteem, since the way you behave will be very pleasant, but with a touch of effusiveness that will keep the attention active in what you have to say and in what you do. The presence of Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius from your 8th house will make your mental structures mature. Be aware of this so that you take advantage of it to create new ways of seeing the world with a wiser and more responsible criterion. Discover your horoscope sign by sign for this Monday, when the prevailing vibration is of the couple, love. The presence of Pluto in the sign of Capricorn in your 7th house is going to be telling us about a destructuring of your tastes and what you fall in love with in people, being now much more mature and solvent people who attract you but keep always his human and sensitive essence. Being a water sign, you have a good connection with spiritual lands, and having the planet Neptune from your 9th house in the sign of Pisces will be very favorable for you to undertake spiritual or esoteric studies, because in addition to the fact that they are topics that attract your attention, you will have the facility to understand them and live them in a practical way, which will give you a lot of wisdom and knowledge for your day-to-day life. You may not have a minute to yourself today. It is likely that your parents will insist on inviting you to dinner, and that your grandparents will ask you for a little help moving furniture, repairing a leak. Or you will go visit your partner's entire family. You will be active, but you will enjoy the warm welcome you will receive and spend special moments with the people you love. Your personality is very connected to your 5th house thanks to Mars ruling Scorpio. This is going to tell us that your tastes and enjoyments are going to come from the way you are going to feel together with other people who are preferably very emotional and trustworthy. If they meet these characteristics, you will feel like a crab in the water. You are preoccupied with matters of the heart. But today more than ever you analyze your emotions in the light of your reason. Try to take a step back and see the situations you are going through from a different angle. With a little sensitivity, you will realize how much your words can affect those close to you. Be tender and affectionate. Go out and do even 30 minutes of walks or runs, because your tendency to spend a lot of time at home may be affecting your legs due to the sedentary lifestyle you are managing, since this part of the body is governed by the sign of Sagittarius, which is found in your 6th house, the house of health. Therefore, if you want to keep them healthy, put them to exercise. It is not impossible, dear, that within the framework of your main activity, profession, leisure, or studies, you are already savoring your victory. A promotion or recognition could indeed occur in these next days. But do not rest too much today. It seems that some efforts are still relevant. Make an effort to keep your intellectual abilities sharp and capable of solving any difficulty you may be having in the workplace. This is the advice that Sagittarius from your 6th house has for you today. If you do, you will see that what used to be a great catastrophe today is only a small problem, and little by little you will advance in wisdom to remain stable within your work. You will probably find it difficult to concentrate today. The planets of the day will make you evasive and meditative. So, don't be surprised to stay planted in front of your computer screen for long minutes, your eyes riveted on the void. You may think of old sentimental adventures, or childhood memories. Get back to work and get off your clouds. Your 2nd house in the sign of Leo is connected through the sun with your 11th house in the sign of Taurus. This tells us that your economy is going to be flowing much better if you share it with your friends, uniting them in your projects and in your businesses. Associate with people related to your goals, and profits will increase irremediably. Don't get angry if people don't take you too seriously. It's normal for the mood today to be lighthearted and distracted. Come out of the darkness of the last few days to laugh generously. Don't obsess over what you don't understand. Go with the flow and keep smiling. You can't go wrong if you stay in the joyful tone of your surroundings. Our eyes in the sky. A helpful connection to the nodes of fate can help you see the path ahead, but you'll need to remember and learn from the mistakes of your past. Dreaming big suits you well right now because the universe is conspiring to open doors for you in this cosmic climate. Just remember that you'll need to responsibly follow through on any goals you dream up now, because Aries energy has a reputation for jumping from goal to goal before reaching the finish line. While there is an overall cheeriness to the day, you'll want to be on guard and watch out for short tempers in both you and others because the Leo moon can sometimes erode our threshold for patience. A harsh aspect between Venus and the healing asteroid Chiron may exacerbate this sentiment, especially if you've been slacking on your self-care lately. As the day comes to a close, Luna shares a soft and helpful aspect with structure-loving Saturn. Set aside some time to outline your ambitions so you can break the big picture down into smaller steps. At this time, we have renewed energy to kickstart projects dreamt up while the moon was in imaginative Cancer, but we can also make more work for ourselves by rushing through tasks or running roughshod over people who get in our way. While we can trust our head to steer us in the correct direction, we should aim to be heart-centered in our approach. The next 2 days are an excellent time for starting things, but not for seeing them through if they require extensive planning or patience. This transit presents a conflict between two fundamental human instincts, self-preservation and the reflex to protect those we care about. We believe others must submit to us so we can help them. If they refuse our help, we lose our purpose, so we interpret this as defiance, an insult, or a threat. If someone does permit us to assist them, we will make sure they don't forget it. Reminders of how giving and generous we are subtly imply that we are owed a debt of gratitude, which inevitably breeds resentment, making the other party wish they hadn't asked in the first place. We should monitor our actions closely today. Self-reflection is the only way to determine whether we are out of line or overstepping another's boundaries.